still remember that day, the day the ground beneath my dreams cracked open, and I was cast into the cold shadows of my family's ridicule. I was just a girl then, full of hope and a stubborn kind of fire that refused to be snuffed out. I'd told them I wanted to become a luthier, a master of handcrafting violins. Simple, elegant, ancient. But they laughed, not just chuckles, but harsh, bitter scoffs that cut deep. My father's voice, thick with disdain, said I was chasing a fantasy, that I'd never make a living, that I'd be an embarrassment to the family. My mother shook her head, whispering that I was throwing away my future on a delicate, impractical trade. They disowned me that day, not physically, but emotionally, cutting me off from the only world I knew. I was told I was foolish, a dreamer wasting her life on a pipe dream, and for a long time, I believed it. I buried that hope beneath layers of doubt and despair. I worked odd jobs, trying to forget the sound of their laughter, trying to forget the girl who believed in something bigger. But deep inside, I knew I was meant for more. I couldn't shake the feeling that those violins, their warm, soulful hum, were calling me back, whispering that I had a gift that no one else could see. So I left my small town with nothing but a battered toolkit and a heart full of stubborn resolve. I dedicated myself to the craft. I apprenticed with master luthiers, learning every nuance, every secret of the wood and string. I lived in tiny workshops, sleeping on benches, eating whatever I could afford. Every scar on my hands, every ache in my back was a testament to my relentless pursuit. Years passed. My work evolved. I crafted instruments that didn't just sound beautiful, they resonated with life. Musicians told me they felt transformed when they played my violins. Slowly, word spread. I entered competitions. I won awards. My name grew in the world of artisans, and with each success, I felt the weight of my family's words falling away. I had built something real, something that proved I was more than their mockery. And then I decided it was time. Time to return, not just as a successful artisan, but as a living testament to resilience. I bought land, barren, rocky, forgotten, and transformed it. I turned that desolate soil into a lush, thriving ecosystem. Forests grew where there was once dust. Streams flowed through new valleys. Cultivated the land and infused it with life, just as I had poured my soul into every violin I'd ever made. The day I arrived back home, the town looked the same, dull, unchanging, as if my years away hadn't touched it. But I knew better. I was about to show them what I'd become. I had arranged for a concert, a gathering of musicians who used my violins. I wanted my family to see what their rejection had driven me to build. The evening was a cool breeze, thick with anticipation. As I stepped onto the makeshift stage near the edge of my new forest, I saw their faces, distant, skeptical, waiting for me to fail again. But I didn't need their approval anymore. I only needed to show them the truth of my journey. When the first violin sang, it was as if the air itself was alive. The melodies poured out, rich and soulful, filling every corner of the landscape I had nurtured. The music was more than sound. It was a story, a visceral, raw testament to perseverance, hope, and transformation. My hands, once trembling with uncertainty, now moved with certainty, shaping each note with purpose. And then I turned to face them, the very people who had dismissed me. My family stood in silence, eyes wide, faces pale as the music crescendoed. I watched my father, who once called my dream a foolish fancy, wipe tears from his eyes. My mother looked away for a moment, then slowly met my gaze with something that resembled acknowledgement. Perhaps regret, perhaps pride. In that moment, I understood something profound. My journey wasn't just about crafting violins or transforming land. It was about rewriting the story they thought they knew. I had become the person I was always meant to be, not because of their approval, but in spite of their doubts. I had turned their ridicule into my field, and from that fire, I'd forged my destiny. As the last notes faded into the night, I stepped down from the stage and approached them. My voice, steady but filled with emotion, broke the silence. I wanted to show you something. Not just the music, but what your words nearly destroyed. My spirit, my purpose, my voice. You told me I'd fail, that I was an embarrassment. But look at this. Look what I've built, what I've become. Their faces were a tapestry of shame, wonder, and reluctant pride. My father finally spoke, voice trembling. We were wrong. We couldn't see what you saw in yourself. We were blinded by our fears, our own limitations. And I smiled, not with arrogance, but with peace. It's never too late to see the truth. I hope you find your own courage to chase what you believe in, even if others mock you, because the world needs more of us willing to risk everything for what we love. That night, as I watched my family walk through the lush forest I'd cultivated, I realized that I had restored more than land. I had restored faith in myself, in my dreams, and in the possibility that even the deepest wounds can become the roots of something extraordinary. Because in the end, the mockery that once threatened to break me became the very thing that shaped my strength. And that strength turned into a melody, a harmony that now binds us all in a new, unbreakable family tune.